Here streaming live. I just messed that up, so I'm going to pretend like I didn't say anything for those that are tuning in. We'll start over once more. We are streaming live from Gannett Stadium as the Hardaway Hawks, led by Ryan McKenzie, are taking on the Booker T. Washington Bulldogs. Hardaway coming in 0-1, losing last week on the road. Their first home game of the season. Coach McKenzie, again, we were high on him this year. Myself, Richard Holdridge, Noah Shelton, we did our predictions. Heck, even Rick Beach. We all thought big things for Hardaway. This is one of the games that we expect them to win. And right now, Booker T. Washington is moving the football. And I'm finally joined back in studio. Back by my side as the handoff is for no game. Excellent shoestring tackle. Jordan Malone, number 22, made the tackle for no gain, but Richard Holdridge is back on set. Back together again. You can't keep us apart, Richard. He just got done doing volleyball with Northside Glenwood.
Yeah, and Northside ended up winning in 3 sets. I rushed over here from Northside High School to get here at Gannett Stadium, which is about 15 minutes away. So glad to be on the call with you, Thrift.
Always glad to have you in studio with me and doing the broadcast together. You will be at Glenwood tomorrow, and I'll be at the Heritage Bowl, but glad we're here tonight. And makes one man miss, and another great tackle by number 16 from Hardaway. So now brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Hardaway Hawks. And Richard, as I may mention, and you'll answer it right after this play, we were all high on the Hawks now.
Yeah, we were.
Being competitive here, and I'll let you talk about that here in just a moment. And now they draw them all sides, and that's going to move it close to the 6. But we believe in Coach McKenzie and what he's got here for Hardaway, don't we, Richard?
Absolutely. Now, the last time they made the playoffs was 2021. They went 6-5. We all know that team led by Michael Williams. It's a different era in Hardaway football. They're in a new region. Coach McKenzie has got a team. Last year, they didn't even win a single game, but they had a gauntlet of a schedule. Their schedule was so brutal, and they were competitive. And I do like the quarterback play for sophomore Bobby Gary Jr.
He came in media days very confident, and it's 3rd and short, and we're going to have
your young quarterback.
Another penalty, and it's going to be on Hardaway.
As you see, we got the radio broadcast for the Booker T. Washington team. Out of Atlanta, they are a Class 2 team, and Hardaway did lose to Jackson on the road in Week 1, 24-14. And this is the first football game that we are live streaming for Hardaway. We did not get an opportunity to live stream the Hardaway Hawks last year. There's a direct snap. Oh, what a tackle in the backfield by number 6, Hardaway, and I don't have his number because of Max Preps. A lot of young players that do not have a number on this. We'll try to make sure to get his number. That was a great loss on the play, a 2nd down and 14. As we are live here at Gannett Stadium for some Thursday night action. We have another Thursday night game that's going to be across the river at 8 o'clock. State Line Showdown, which is going to be broadcasted on WTVM between Smith Station and Shaw. The battle of Jack Patterson and Tony Reese. There you go, and good stop by Hardaway. Now it's going to set up a 3rd and long for Washington. What call do they call on this play for the Booker T. Washington Bulldogs, who are 0-1 in this game? They did lose to New Manchester 35-10 in Week 1.
What a play right there by Caldwell, Richard, and now it sets up 3rd and long. But both teams come in 0-1. Both teams still feel like they have everything in front of them in terms of goals and aspirations, but they need to get this win. And obviously this is a Hardaway Hawks broadcast. And there's a fumble on the play, and the ball's on the ground, and he picks it up. I got to bring this up because you were there for it.
Of course.
But last week, and I was talking with Steve Smith, there were a plethora of times Calvary, these luck of the bounce, where
luck of the bounce.
if they don't bounce back to Terrell, Calvary gets it, it's a whole different ball game. And you're seeing right here,
no question.
if Hardaway gets that, who knows what's going to happen. Now, it is 4th and 15, but, man, the ball sometimes bounces in favor of one team, and it gives you that notion that, dang, man, this is leaning that momentum towards Booker T. But still early in this one, I just had to mention that Calvary game.
Yeah, and it is 4th down. They are going to go for it. Gutsy call here. Oh, they are in Hardaway territory, so it's no man's land.
Firing open and misses his intended target, and that is going to be turnover on downs.
Yeah, Jordan Turner, he looks like, he's listed as a running back. They got him out there in direct snap formations. He had the wide receiver wide open and just missed him. Hardaway catches a big break.
So now Hardaway will get the football, and we're going to see that man, the freshman that took a beating last year, as Tyler Redmond is on the field right now, and I'm literally pointing at him as he's covering his alma mater. Bobby Gary. When we talk with Coach McKenzie, he said he's never seen a guy at his age take the beating he took, still sit in that pocket, the leadership qualities he has, and the future is bright.
Absolutely.
For this young man. I know you're high on him too, Richard.
Absolutely. He is a playmaker, and when he's in the pocket, he can make a play with his feet or with his arm.
And they're getting off to a good start as the running game all the way up to the 6-yard line. Good job by that offensive line getting a good push.
Yeah, I think that Hardaway right now, they got the momentum. I say they go tempo. It's a nice 7-yard gain by Jacoby Henry, who's only a sophomore, by the way.
Nice job by the sophomore. So we got 2 sophomores in the backfield. Kind of see what Coach McKenzie's trying to build here.
It's a young team. Of course, a good friend of ours, Athletic Director Kendall Mills, is the AD for Hardaway. We appreciate his support.
Gary hands it off again to Malone. Oh, excuse me, not Malone. Markel Benton up the middle for a first down, and great job by Benton moving the chains.
You know, he's wearing number 5 like Makai Benton for the Hardaway basketball team.
I'm willing to bet,
I'm wondering if that's his younger brother.
I'm willing to bet that there's some sort of relation there.
They're related somehow, cousins, brothers.
Gary, first down in Bulldog territory. Takes the snap, hands it off, and up the middle is Benton again. Big hole, pushing the pile, and gets 8 yards. And, man, I'm already seeing it from that Hardaway Hawks. That offensive line is getting a great push. And the Bulldogs are going to set up 2nd and short. You kind of already seeing the improvement, Richard, the confidence from this team that wasn't there last year, just being young.
No question. Yeah, they were a young team. It looks like their line is just getting penetration. They're getting holes. Benton with a big gain. Sets up for a good 2nd down and 2. You know, you can open up the playbook on a 2nd and short. Let's see what Gary does here.
Gary fakes, steps up, gets a helmet, and that's got to be a flag. He's still on his feet, going to be a first down. There is a flag in the backfield, and he's still moving the pile. Look at him. He's not stopping. And the pile's moving. They won't bring him down. And they finally blow it dead. But how about that?
The fact he didn't get sacked.
The sophomore just pushing the pile. Richard, I'm looking right now. That's close to 15 yards. That would have been good for a penalty yardage. They don't need the penalty yardage now. That was all effort from that offensive line and quarterback.
Truly was, because I thought he was going to get sacked in the backfield, but he was able to evade the sack and push the pile and move with his feet. Looks like they're going to tack on more yardage here. Looks like it's going to be half the distance to the goal, depending on where they spot the football. It's a great drive for the Hardaway Hawks, who stopped Washington on their first drive.
Moving the chain, so 15 yards on the pushing the pile, and then another 15 tacked on top of it for grabbing the helmet. So now it's 1st and goal Hawks. Benton and Gary in the backfield, 2 men to our near side, one-on-one action to the far, handed off to Benton, and then nothing going there. He may have even lost a yard or so.
Yeah, good job by Washington's defensive line, just closing that hole, making sure Benton didn't get anything. But I think if Hardaway's going to have to win this game, you know, they'll ground and pound, but they're going to have to win it with Gary's arm. He's going to have to make a play.
So 2nd and 9 now. Dante Hill, the receiver, one-on-one to the near side.
Played on the baseball team for Coach Anthony.
Man in motion is Robert Allen. They're going to hand it off to Benton again. Benton makes
Bouncing.
one-man miss, still on his feet, but good pursuit of the football. It's going to be a gain of about a yard. It's going to set up 3rd and goal from about the 8, Richard.
Also, I do want to say Bobby Gary also played for Coach Anthony on the baseball team. They made the playoffs last year. By the way, the other teams in the fall, Coach Mills coaches the volleyball team. They're doing well. Coach Anthony's coaching the softball team. They already have 3 wins on the season. And we're hoping to live stream several Hardaway athletics as well later on in the season. Well, you know we're going to be there for basketball. Look at Gary.
Gary
Throwing.
looking. Fading Cole!
Oh,
I was going to
almost.
say caught for the touchdown.
So close.
He was trying to find Khalil Stanford, and it goes right through his hands, a little bit behind him there, Richard. Excuse me, that was Jacoby Brown. Number 20, Jacoby Brown was the target. So now Coach McKenzie needs a timeout. We're going to take 1-2, 2:28 remaining here in the first. It's 0-0. Hardaway Hawks battling Booker T. Washington on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's that time again, folks. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is taking their live show right up the road to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. This Saturday, August 24th, join Thrift Barringer and Richard Holdridge in the Glenn Smith showroom as they recap our triple header of football games. They'll also discuss about the volleyball games and softball games we did this week as well. You'll also find out our favorite plays and players of the week. It's just the best time of year to head into the SEC and NFL season. So make sure you come down to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika this Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central for the Georgia Alabama Sports Show live from the Glenn Smith showroom. We look forward to seeing you, and when you're at Glenn Smith, remember, get ready to smile. It's that time.
Welcome back, everyone. They're going to go for it here on 4th and goal.
Gutsy
It's
call.
Gary. We got trips to the near side. Looks like a man's going to be in motion. He almost started moving there. And there he goes in motion. Takes the snaps, going to throw the fade, the slant route. Was looking for Dante Hill. He was open. Not the best throw. Gary's pretty upset with himself, but
Yeah,
I still think a good drive there from the Hardaway Hawks, getting all the way and just got stopped. Good defense from Booker T. Washington, hold them on 4th and goal.
It really was. You want to come out of there with points, but you also pin Washington back. But, yeah, that just tells you that Coach McKenzie has all the confidence in the world that Bobby Gary can make a play on 4th down. But Hardaway's just got to have to hold him on defense, try to get the ball back in good field position.
First and 10 now for Booker T. Washington. Snap, handoff. He's going to keep it himself, and there goes number 1, Jordan Turner, and he's still loose. And on that, he gets 30 yards all the way to the 39, and a big first down gain deep in their own territory as the Bulldogs there.
Yeah, that was huge for Washington because now it flips the field where they're not pinned back in the corner of their end zone. They're able to get right to the 39-yard line.
First and 10, Booker T. Washington at their own 39-yard line. Quan Simons. Snap, direct snap,
Oh!
and nice little shovel pass.
Almost.
But the defense snuffed it out.
Kobe Henry with a tackle.
How about Henry right there, Richard, just blowing up the play and sets up 2nd and 11.
Well, I thought Cameron Rayner had him for a big loss, but a good job by the running back to get out of that tackle. Thrift, I'm excited about Hardaway in this new region. You got rivalries renewed, the Midtown Showdown with Columbus.
You're excited about that one, Richard.
Kendrick. I think they got a rivalry with Kendrick, Jordan. Bringing those rivalries back. Of course, Carver. Got to be careful. Play clock's winding down.
And Turner's going to keep it, and there he bounces out to the
blockers.
outside, and now he's got a lot of speed, and he's going to run past everyone in red, and that is going to be a 50-yard plus touchdown for Booker T. Washington. And you're seeing from Jordan Turner there just the electric speed that he has, breaking it to the outside, and then there's no catching him.
Well, when you got blockers in front, you know where the holes are. With that speed, it's hard to try to track him down, and he took it to the house for the first points for Booker T. Washington.
And just like that, what was about to be a huge momentum boost for the Hardaway Hawks going up 6-0 as they got into 1st and goal in a matter of a minute and 30 seconds. Booker T. Washington's up 6-0.
Yeah, explosive play, and they completely flipped the field. They had a 95-yard drive for the first score of the game. That's a low snap.
And somehow
he got it.
Got it through the defense.
I don't know how that happened.
Jordan Tarver breaks open and gives the Bulldogs the first score of the game. It's 7-0 Booker T. Washington here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, the full-size GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs discounted up to a giant $15,000 off. GMC Canyons with plenty of power and excellent towing ability, up to $5,000 off. And the roomy and enjoyable compact SUV, the popular GMC Terrains, up to $6,750 off.
Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
.45 seconds left here in the first quarter, Richard, and Hardaway, great job stopping him on that first drive. Goes all the way down to the 9-yard line and gets stuffed on 4th and goal, and then it was all Jordan Tarver after that, Richard. He pretty much had about 90 yards rushing right there on that drive alone.
He is truly a playmaker, and he also has great vision because he was able to find the hole and take it to the house.
So the kick went out of bounds, so that's a penalty, and they're going to
Good field position
make
by
them
Hardaway.
back up further to kick, and Hardaway hopefully will get good field position.
I'm really excited about Thursday night football. I mean, it's great. It's a great atmosphere because sometimes the matchups on Thursday night, all the focus is on Friday night. But some of these teams, you know, they come out and they're in the spotlight, and it's really an opportunity for fans to come out and see their team on a Thursday night, which gives them an opportunity to see other games on a Friday night, which, by the way, we do have Smith Station Shaw kicking off pretty soon.
It's the only Alabama game going on right now.
Well, actually, Reeltown is in action. Oh, and Thompson and Grayson are in action.
Only Richard would know this.
Yeah.
That's why he does our Sports Beat update every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 12 o'clock.
That's right.
Another out of bounds kick. So It looks like they may be kicking from their own goal line if they don't start
man.
straightening these out. But I will say, tomorrow we got a triple header. Starting at 5 o'clock, we got high school game day live from the Heritage Bowl. 7 is the Heritage Bowl. Me and DJ Jones will be on the call. 7:30 is Troup County, Harris County. Rick Beach will be on the call for that. And then at 8, Glenwood and Valley. Mike Peacock and Richard Holdridge.
That's right.
All on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
We had a triple header last week. Get ready for a triple header this week. We've also had a busy day live streaming sporting events. I was at Northside Glenwood. Rick Beach is up doing Central Harris County, Central Troup County and Harris County. And to cap it all off with Washington and Hardaway.
And the kick is again going to be short. Returned at the 25, the 30. Benton has it and gets hit immediately. So all that to start at your own 37. You figured they were going to be maybe in Booker T. Washington territory after back-to-back kicks out of bounds. And we're going to see Bobby Gary again. Obviously, they ran the football a lot on that first drive, and I don't think Gary completed a pass. Maybe that nerves will start settling. And
yeah.
And obviously, the talent's there, just not being
no
able
question.
to connect with his receivers hurt them on that last drive as they got in first and goal.
They had some good runs. I mean, they ran it all the way down to the red zone, but they got to continue just sustaining these drives. Now they're down 7-0.
Hand off to Benton again, and Benton's going to take off running. Look into the secondary and finally gets hit. And forward progress is going to stop him at the 45, but the holes are wide open. That offensive line doing a great job, led by big number 61, to Alio Williams, who is the senior captain and center for this Hardaway Hawks offense. How about that drive? How about that push there, Richard?
That was a great push. They get the first down. I would continue feeding the rock to Benton. I mean, he knows where the hole is. I mean, he's got good vision, good agility.
Gary gets the ball out quickly, and it goes right through his hands. Khalil Stanford. I don't know if that was hearing footsteps. I don't know if he was trying to take off running before he caught it, but it hit him right between the numbers in his hands. You got to come down with that, especially when you're trying to get that confidence for your quarterback.
Yeah, you've got to catch those. I mean, your quarterback's putting it on the numbers for you. Sets Hardaway up with a 2nd and 10.
Another man in motion. Going to be a jet sweep, and nothing going, maybe a yard there for Benton, and that's going to set up 3rd and long. But we're going to have to go to the second quarter as the time runs out in the first. The Bulldogs lead the Hawks 7-0. We are presented by Pepsi. Drinking one right now. And Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC. Also Terry Johnson Agency. Be right back after this.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs, discounted up to $13,750 off. Chevy Equinox with discounts up to $6,000 off. And listen to this, 2024 Chevy Blazer EV, as low as $295 a month. Brand new Chevy Blazer EV, 24 months lease, just $295 a month.
Get ready to smile.
Hardaway's got it 3rd and long from the 45. Richard Holdridge and Thrift Barringer here on the call. Gary takes the delayed snap. Good blocking. Looking, staying alive. He's going to throw it deep. Has a man wide open, and he catches it all the way in the end zone for the touchdown. Wow. Wide open there. Bobby Gary delaying, waiting. I'm like, why is he not running? There's plenty of open space in front of him. Well, he didn't run because he was waiting for his guy to be wide open, and that was William Little for the touchdown. Wow, what a play from Bobby Gary.
And good awareness by Bobby Gary not to go over the line of scrimmage, that he was able to wait for his receiver.
Wow.
And it was just pitch and catch all the way to the end zone.
What a play there from Bobby Gary.
And they needed a big play to
Good.
try to get back in this game.
Good pass blocking from the offensive line. Picked up the blitz beautifully, and then he just waited and saw his guy on the post route. Blown coverage, and the Hawks tie it with a big-time play from the sophomore, Bobby Gary, on an Aaron Rodgers-type play.
Yeah.
Buying time and heaving it downfield. It's 7-7 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs, discounted up to $13,750 off. Chevy Equinox with discounts up to $6,000 off. And listen to this, 2024 Chevy Blazer EV, as low as $295 a month. Brand new Chevy Blazer EV, 24 months lease, just $295 a month.
Get ready to smile.
How about Bobby Gary there, Richard? Buying time and heaving a huge touchdown play. Extra point was no good. It is 7-6, but that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Hardaway.
That was a great play. I mean,
Oh, it is 7-7.
Yeah,
They just didn't correct it on the scoreboard. They're trying to confuse me. I'm listening to Chris.
Of course.
And this is going to be a kickoff return for a touchdown. And there goes Jaquan Simons. He will not be caught. Bad kickoff coverage from the Hardaway Hawks. And just like that, Booker T. Washington is back on top.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling, Thrift, this is going to be a high-scoring game. There's just a lot of big plays from both sides.
I know, but look at Coach McKenzie. He's
fired up.
And as he should be. You get a big play from your offense, and then the kickoff coverage just goes awry, and Booker T goes for 6.
And I got to tell you, these teams in this region, they are much improved from last year. I mean, you see a team like Kendrick who beats the Walker School 38-0. They're taking on Best Academy.
That had to be the surprise of week one, didn't it?
They might go 2-0 into next week's game against Crawford County.
Which we're going to have on.
We will be here for that.
On Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And Thrift, I got to say, the last time I was here at Kinnett Stadium, Columbus United was in the playoffs for that playoff game. So it is nice to be back here at Kinnett. I always appreciate this stadium.
14-7. Hardaway, Coach McKenzie, trying to get better each and every week. Schedule does get tougher after this, but
yeah, it does.
I really feel like if my predictions are going to be right and they go 4-6 this year, they need to get a big win here tonight. But now the offense is going to have to come back out. But in the 2 drives that Hardaway has had the football, Richard,
They've moved the football.
They've moved it down to 1st and goal and then had a long touchdown pass. So moving the football is not the problem. Defensively, though, and special teams have been an issue.
Yeah, next week they will travel up to Greenville to take on the Patriots of Greenville, home of Kentavious Caldwell Pope, although he didn't play football. And then a Thursday night game back here at Kinnett against Shaw. Yeah, once they get into region play, every game is is like it's a must-see game because you want to see these matchups that you missed out in the last couple of years.
Special teams hasn't been great for either team. Now, return teams have been good for Booker T. Washington, but they've also kicked it out of bounds 2 times last kickoff. But Benton's going to get this one clean, and Benton's going to take off running. And Benton's going to have a big hole, still on his feet, and moves all the way down to about the 47 of Booker T. Washington, but there is a flag.
Yeah, we'll see what this flag is. Excellent return by Benton. Hopefully that this flag is, I don't know, the looks of it and just the body language, I think it's on Hardaway. Which that would wipe out. Excellent field position.
Yeah, they've already got the football back here. So they're going to get a holding penalty, and the spot of the hold was at the 48, so they'll start at their own 38 instead of the Booker T. Washington 47, and Bobby Gary will come back out here as his first pass completed was a touchdown. He was 0 for 5 until that touchdown pass, so maybe the next one will go for 6 as well.
For those of you who don't know where Washington is, Booker T. Washington is in Atlanta. It's not Washington, Georgia. Like when I saw the schedule, I'm thinking, oh, Washington, Georgia. So it is in Atlanta. It is a 2A school.
And they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout, too. When we come back, Richard will have more about the history of Booker T. Washington as they are taking on Hardaway here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's that time again, folks. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is taking their live show right up the road to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. This Saturday, August 24th, join Thrift Barringer and Rachel Holdridge in the Glenn Smith showroom as they recap our triple header of football games. They'll also discuss about the volleyball games and softball games we did this week as well. You'll also find out our favorite plays and players of the week. It's just the best time of year as we get ready to head into the SEC and NFL season. So make sure you come down to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika this Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central for the Georgia Alabama Sports Show live from the Glenn Smith showroom. We look forward to seeing you, and when you're at Glenn Smith, remember, get ready to smile.
We're back, everyone, as Makai Benton gets the handoff from Gary, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, some notable alumni from Booker T. Washington. Safety for the Dolphins, Rashad Jones. You have Jabari Smith Jr.'s dad, who played for the Sacramento Kings, Jabari Smith Sr. And, of course, the most famous Booker T. Washington alum of all, Dr. Martin Luther King.
And Gary throws a quick pass to William Little, zips it in there.
Second pass of the game.
And it sets up 3rd down and about 6 now. You can catch all Muskogee County Athletics on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Athletic Director of Hardaway Hawks is Kendall Mills, and he has a show called Office Hours with Spencer Athletic Director Joseph Kegler, Assistant AD of Carver, Anson Hunley, and Assistant AD of Columbus, Danielle McCoy, and that drops every other week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll have a new episode next Wednesday.
Gary looking, firing short.
Did he catch it?
But they're going to say it is incomplete. So now 4th down, decision time for Hardaway and Coach McKenzie.
Let's see, it's 4th and 6. I don't know, this is tough. Depending on how good your punter is and how field position is a factor and you're down already by 7, I think they're going to go for it.
Coach McKenzie wants to stay aggressive.
That's a good call. Stay aggressive. If you don't get it, the defense can try to hold.
And
they got him jumping. Hey,
did they get him to jump, or
maybe
is it
that
off?
Was
And they're going to say encroachment.
That might have been the plan. Get him to jump, make it a 4th and 1.
They are going to say offsides on Booker T. Washington.
Now you got to go for a quarterback sneak here.
Now it's going to set up 4th down and about 1.
QB sneak is the play here.
Or do you giving this to Benton, who got a good push?
I think that now if Gary's in the shotgun. You could pitch this to Benton and try to get blockers, but you got to pick this up.
Gary's going to hand it off to Benton, and Benton's going to have a big hole still on his feet. And finally gets thrown down at the 46.
Great
but
ball.
Another move the chains 1st down run from Mekhi Benton there.
That was a great call by Coach McKenzie.
Staying aggressive, I'm seeing that. And that's one thing he preached at media days, staying aggressive, staying ahead of the sticks, and moving the football, something that was a difficult thing for Hardaway last year. You're already seeing major improvements. As Markel Birch is solo over here to the near side. Snap, handoff to Benton. Benton gonna do an inside trap, and you're gonna see maybe a gain of a yard there. 9-11 and counting. Sun setting for us as Richard, myself, and Chris are praising for that sun to go down.
Absolutely.
Love that it lights the day, but man, is it hot. And Benton's going to be, it looked like a delayed handoff, and that thing was blown up immediately by big number 90 for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be 3rd and long at the 50. They need to get to the Booker T. Washington 36, so 3rd and 14. But knowing Bobby and knowing Ryan McKenzie, I think they're going to try to get yardage here to set up 4th and manageable instead of going for the whole thing. That's just in my opinion.
No
Takes
question.
the snap. Gary steps up, throws, fires, caught. And able to get the 1st down is number 10, Dante Hill. But man, boys, stepping up in the pocket and delivering a strike like that.
Confidence.
And that is a 1st down Hardaway. How about Bobby Gary on that 15-yard catch and throw from him and Dante Hill?
Hey, Thrift, we got our first score update in the first quarter. Thompson leading Grayson 14-13.
That's a battle of heavyweights.
You got a nice freshman quarterback, Trent Seaborn.
Gonna hand it off to Mekhi Benton, and Benton's gonna bust it to the outside. He gets to the 15 before he falls down on his own, but what a run from Mekhi Benton, and he's got to be getting close to that century mark here in that first half. He gets close to 20, and it's gonna set up 1st down at the Booker T. Washington 11. I've been so impressed with this offensive line from Hardaway, giving Gary plenty of time to throw and giving huge holes for Benton. They're going to hand it off to Benton again. He's going to bounce to the outside this end, cut it back up, and get about 2, maybe 3, and he'll set up 2nd down from the 8.
I got to tell you, Michael Williams had his football camp over the summer, and I know that that's got to be an impact when you have a player that's going to be in the NFL next year to have that impact on the Hardaway team. I'm wondering if he talked to like the offensive line on techniques on how to block a pass rusher. Because I see some improvement with this offensive line and really just gaining that knowledge from somebody that went on to play at the next level.
Here comes a man on the blitz, but firing and almost caught. Threw it a little bit behind Dante Hill. There was a man on the blitz. He was showing right over his head. It was the right play, the slant route, but just a little too far behind, a little too high for Dante Hill. Set up 3rd down and about 6 now from the 8. Gary seeing what the defense is presenting to him. Looks like another guy's going to come off on a blitz. Gary finally gets the play call from McKenzie. There's 2 seconds. he's not going to get it off in time, and he doesn't. There is going to be a delay of game unless there was a timeout called beforehand. And, yep, they're going to get delay of game on Hardaway, and that is not good. So from 3rd and 6 now goes to 3rd and 11, and now kind of you got to change up the play call, I feel like, Richard.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is still going to be 4-down territory.
Takes the snap, rolling, firing, open, and another touchdown pass from number 1, Bobby Gary, to Adrian Taylor, who was open in the back of the end zone, rolling, and I think that's where he likes to live. He likes to live on the run, and a touchdown pass.
I think we are starting to witness the future of Hardaway. Bobby Gary is developing into a great passer of the football.
Touchdown Hardaway, and that's 2 touchdown passes already from Bobby Gary. And they're making a statement here in this one, and that young man, as you may mention, is starting to let everyone know he's here. Extra point is no good. Booker T will still lead by 1, but Bobby Gary putting on a show. Finds Taylor on the 14-yard touchdown pass. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's more Washington versus Hardaway on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Now at Glenn Smith GMC.
We are witnessing the emergence of the great one. Bobby Gary, the sophomore quarterback, has been electric here in this first half, and it's 14-13 kickoff, and this is where they gave up a touchdown last time, but able to trip him up, and that's where Booker T. Washington's going to start. So, Richard, we talked about giving the history of Booker T. Washington, and you talked about some of the famous alumni.
Rashad Jones, you remember that safety from the Miami Dolphins?
100% remember him, and obviously Martin Luther King.
How about Jabari Smith Sr.?
How about Little Baby?
Little Baby, yeah.
6:18 here in the second quarter.
I just remember Jabari Smith Sr. because he was on the Sacramento Kings. He's part of that bench, and then his son goes on to play at Auburn and then the Houston Rockets. And Jordan Turner, by the way, led Washington last year with 7 touchdowns. Coming in, and last time he touched the football, he had a big run.
And looking, and almost intercepted. That was a dangerous throw from the quarterback from Turner, as he didn't know where to go with it, and it could have been a pick 6 for Hardaway. Set up 2nd down.
He was about to pull a Kenny Loggins and end up in the danger zone.
Who's Kenny Loggins?
I don't know. Well, way past your time.
2nd and 10.
You ever see the movie Top Gun?
The fact that you even asked me that question, Richard, I question your loyalty to me as a friend. 2nd and 10 here from Gannett Stadium. Thrift Richard having fun. It's Booker T. Washington and Hardaway. It's going to be a handoff. Nope. Quarterback keeper Tarver gets nothing, maybe a yard. Good job by the defensive line.
Big third down coming up. What a tackle by Robert Allen. That's right. See, I love it when the public address announcer and myself are syncing up.
No one loves PA announcers more than Richard Holdridge. He is the flag bearer.
Well, I do want to give a shout out to the other P announcer that does Otis Spencer games, Robert Edmonds, who's also a big friend of the Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
He'll be calling some CVCC sports this year.
Voice of CVCC, yeah. We love Robert Edmonds.
Third down now for Washington.
Oh, low
Turner.
snap.
And Turner's going to take off. A bad snap equals a first down.
Yeah, he made a big play out of could have been a disastrous play.
A busted play moves the chains, and now they're close. They're about the 47, 48 yard line for the Bulldogs.
It was a very just tough play, back-breaking. Because it looked like Hardaway was going to stop him on third down. And Turner just made a big play on that third down conversion.
And there goes the running back, number 29, who looks like Darren Sproles. And Mond gets a first down. And Bulldogs moving the chains.
Yeah, with the exception of that first drive, Washington has been able to score on every single drive since.
There is a flag on the play.
And hold up, because we do have a flag.
And this may be going back.
And it is.
It's going to be holding on Booker T. That's what Hardaway needed to make it 1st and 20 now.
Thrift, I'll tell you, I'm excited about tomorrow. Another triple header, week 2 of high school football.
And the only place to catch live and local,
Oh, man.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
That's
I'll
right.
be partnering with DJ Jones. Do not go anywhere else. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is your home for the Heritage Bowl, Carver and Spencer. We also got Harris County, Troup County, and, of course, Glenwood Valley. How about that triple header lineup?
Yeah. And all 3 games started at different times.
7, 7:30, and 8. 7 for Heritage, 7:30 for Harris County, Troup County, and 8 o'clock for Glenwood Valley. 1st and 20 now for Booker T. Washington. Turner looking, fires, and gets to the original line of scrimmage with 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, he gets some of it back. Hardaway's going to have to put some pressure on Turner, make Turner make a mistake. This Hardaway D-line has just got to step up and make a big play. They've been in the backfield a couple of times. I tell you, Thrift, I come to Kinnett Stadium. Every time I come here, this place does not disappoint. Just a beautiful site, great facility. I tell you, Casey Ingram does a fantastic job just upkeeping this. Well, gotta be patient.
Turner's going to bust
He
free,
finds the
and
holes.
this guy is just making people miss, makes a man fall, still on his feet, and Jordan Turner moving all the way to the 10 and finally dragged down. It's going to be a horse collar, and it's going to set up 1st and goal for Booker T. Washington.
I just think that Traven Bennett had no choice but to do it. He tried to track him down. Turner made 2 guys miss. This is a special player. I mean, this is a 2A school out of Atlanta. I mean, you look at Washington, I mean, Atlanta's had a history of great football. I mean, I got to look in the history of what their record was, but they do play at 2A. So I'm interested to see, like, what type of history they have as far as just a winning tradition. But they do have some special players.
At the distance to the goal, 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. At the 4-yard line.
And there is going to be a walk-in touchdown. Turner's electric, man, and they're
Yeah, he
having a
is.
tough time getting him on the ground. He's had multiple plays that busted for 30 yards or more, and Booker T. Washington responds right back. We got punches being thrown here at Kinnett. It's 20-13, and extra point is pending.
Well, if Hardaway cannot stop Turner, Hardaway is just going to have to match him score for score. The good thing is they get the ball to start the second half. You got 2:57 left to go until halftime. You're down 20-3 pending the extra point. Go down and try to score a touchdown and try to get a 14-point swing, knowing you get the ball back. By the way, we are moments away from that state line showdown. I'm actually looking forward to hearing Jonathan Hoppy on the call. His final broadcast on WTVM. We wish him well as he's going on to Birmingham.
And that's going to be on Booker T, so
this extra point's going to be a little bit
trickier now.
Bit tougher.
And bad snap again, and he didn't realize that the ball was live, I guess.
Yeah.
Hardaway gets a stop there, but not before the Turner run, as he sets up an easy walk-in touchdown for the running back, Jaquan Simons, and Booker T back up by 7 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars, to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC, Pirates basketball and baseball, and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.
Thursday night football here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Got a good one going. Booker T, Washington, and Hardaway. Another kicked that went out of bounds, and Booker T's going to have to re-kick it again. But Jordan Tarver was incredible there. This Hardaway defense has had a tough time stopping him. And now they're going to have to try to answer once more to try to tie this before the half.
As we got the state line showdown underway on WTVM. Shaw and Smith Station.
And there is a kickoff that was kind of bobbled. And here comes Little, who's still on his feet and finally hit. And going to start at the 24-yard line. But Bobby Gary, who started off kind of rocky, these last 2 drives have gotten touchdowns. Can he do it a third time here in the first half, Richard?
2 touchdowns for Bobby Gary. He's got some time. 2:30 left to go to try to get another touchdown to end the half tied.
First and 10 Hardaway, starting at the 24.
Gary. And, whoa, makes
make
one
a
man,
man
makes
miss.
2-man miss. And Dante Hill moves the chains. Talking about breaking an ankle.
He really did. That was a great pass. Bobby Gary's starting to feel confidence with his throwing ability. But, you know, there's not a whole lot of time left until the half. You gotta go up tempo. You got to try to march down and try to get a matching score.
Gary takes a snap, gets it out again quickly to Hill, and Hill is going to get another first down. They're seeing a lot from this 10 and turn around. As he gets right to the 6, turns around, little button route, and gets the first down.
Yeah, this is where you just got to go up tempo.
Gary looking, firing, great pass to the outside, right on the numbers. And Birch gets about 5 as they get past midfield with 1:38 and counting.
Yeah, that was a good tackle, assisted tackle on the play by Jaquan Simmons for Booker T. Washington. Both teams coming in 0-1. They lost to New Hampstead 35-10 last week.
Gary handing off to Benton. Benton's going to be skirting. Benton's going to make one-man miss, and he gets brought down. I don't even know if that was a yard, Richard. 3rd and 4 now.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
You're hearing the breeze, a little bit of a breeze, which I'm not going to complain about as the sun's starting to go down.
Feeling a little breeze. By the way, last season Washington finished 3-8. 3-3 in their region.
And that is going to hit the ground. He tried to find Birch, but Birch was not able to complete it as he hit the ground and the ball came out, so it's going to be 4th down.
I say you go for it even with 50 seconds left. You got to go for it here. You're in Washington territory. Yeah, Washington was in the same region as North Cobb Christian last year, up in Ackworth.
Gary takes the snap, gonna fire deep, looking, and caught for a touchdown!
Wow!
He was looking for William Little, who was also had pass interference.
What a throw!
Overcame the pass interference. And what a throw from Bobby Gary.
Wow!
For the touchdown.
Hat trick from Bobby Gary. 3 touchdown passes.
Unbelievable. He bobbled a little bit, able to collect it. And you got dancing fans over here on the Hog sideline.
Thrift, I got to say, the debut of Hardaway football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live has been a coming out party for Bobby Gary Jr.
And how about William Little? Taking the ball and going up and getting it over the cornerback, collecting it, bobbling it a little bit, and scores a touchdown. Man, were you expecting fireworks like this in the first half, Richard?
You know what it reminded me of, Thrift? The Brock Bowers catch against Florida last year, where he bobbles it, he controls it, and he runs into the end zone. You know, concentration when a ball is thrown in your general vicinity. You got to go up and grab it, but you got to finish and stay on your feet. And the DB thinks the play's already over because he thinks that he missed it. And by the way, the sun has gone down, so we're happy about that.
I cannot believe that catch.
That was unbelievable.
That throw and catch. He had so much time. He stands in there, and you're seeing the arm strength. Just puts a dime right on the money to William Little, who rolls in for 6. And by the way, he had someone pass interference against him, and still got a touchdown. See if Hardaway can tie it here with the extra point. And
yeah,
that one's
low.
not even going to be close. Extra point is no good, but what is good and who is good is that Hawks offense led by their quarterback, Bobby Gary. Wow. That is 3 incredible plays from him, and the Hawks are down 1. We got an offensive shootout here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls Night Out.
So we're going to give a good All-State, Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game every time we do a game.
That's right.
And I already got my nomination.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question.
And if we had a play of the game, that was the play of the game from both those young men. 38 seconds left here in the first half.
I'm just happy for Bobby Gary. We got to meet him at Media Day. He was the starting quarterback as a freshman last year. Now, Hardaway didn't win a single game last year, but they had a very tough schedule playing Carver, Troup County, Harris County, Peach County. I mean, they played a gauntlet of a schedule, and, of course, in their region as well. I think that helped them this year because they're going to be greatly improved. Bobby Gary's got confidence, and they got confidence to compete in this region. No flag, yeah, with 38 seconds left to go. I don't know if Thrift, I think you got to get a squib kick right here. You can't let them try to return it. But we'll see what the play call is with 38 seconds left to go. And remember, Hardaway gets the ball to start the second half. Yeah, Washington's next game is next Thursday against South Atlanta. It's also a 2A school.
And that one's going to be another low kick that's going to get a bounce, and it's going to be returned.
Good
and what a hit
good special
from Cameron
teams.
Alexander.
There you go.
Laying the boom. So Booker T. Washington is going to start at their own 28 with 32 seconds remaining here in the first half. We're live on our Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Starting at the 28-yard line.
So another quick pass that is going to be immediately gobbled up by multiple Hawks defenders, led by Damari Taylor and number 9, Josh Stewart. But at least a 6-yard gain, or maybe 7, to set up 2nd and 3.
Might get a playoff.
But this is probably going to be the final play of the quarter. And Turner's just going to hand it off to Simon. Simon's going to bounce it to the outside. And there's going to be a tackle by Cameron Alexander. And we're going to head to the half. Hardaway and Booker T. Washington in a shootout. It's 20-19. And Bobby Gary, 3 touchdown passes.
What a half.
In that first half. He's been incredible. And it's Georgia Alabama Sports Live Thursday night coverage. We'll be back after this.
It's that time again, folks. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is taking their live show right up the road to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. This Saturday, August 24th, join Thrift Barringer and Richard Holdridge in the Glenn Smith showroom as they recap our triple header of football games. They'll also discuss about the volleyball games and softball games we did this week as well. You'll also find out our favorite plays and players of the week. It's just the best time of year as we get ready to head into the SEC and NFL season. So make sure you come down to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika this Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central for the Georgia Alabama Sports Show live from the Glenn Smith showroom. We look forward to seeing you, and when you're at Glenn Smith, remember, get ready to smile.
your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls Night Out.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs, discounted up to $13,750 off. Chevy Equinox with discounts up to $6,000 off. And listen to this, 2024 Chevy Blazer EV, as low as $295 a month. Brand new Chevy Blazer EV, 24 months lease, just $295 a month.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars, to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC, Pirates basketball and baseball, and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia, Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.
It's that time again, folks. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is taking their live show right up the road to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. This Saturday, August 24th, join Thrift Barringer and Richard Holdridge in the Glenn Smith showroom as they recap our triple header of football games. They'll also discuss about the volleyball games and softball games we did this week as well. You'll also find out our favorite plays and players of the week. It's just the best time of year as we get ready to head into the SEC and NFL season. So make sure you come down to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika this Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central for the Georgia Alabama Sports Show live from the Glenn Smith showroom. We look forward to seeing you, and when you're at Glenn Smith, remember, get ready to smile.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC, Pirates basketball and baseball, and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs, discounted up to $13,750 off. Chevy Equinox with discounts up to $6,000 off. And listen to this, 2024 Chevy Blazer EV, as low as $295 a month. Brand new Chevy Blazer EV, 24 months lease, just $295 a month.
Get ready to smile.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls Night Out.
It's that time again, folks. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is taking their live show right up the road to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. This Saturday, August 24th, join Thrift Barringer and Richard Holdridge in the Glenn Smith showroom as they recap our triple header of football games. They'll also discuss about the volleyball games and softball games we did this week as well. You'll also find out our favorite plays and players of the week. It's just the best time of year as we get ready to head into the SEC and NFL season. So make sure you come down to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika this Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central for the Georgia Alabama Sports Show live from the Glenn Smith showroom. We look forward to seeing you, and when you're at Glenn Smith, remember, get ready to smile.
Get your girls out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls' Night Out.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs, discounted up to $13,750 off. Chevy Equinox with discounts up to $6,000 off. And listen to this, 2024 Chevy Blazer EV, as low as $295 a month. Brand new Chevy Blazer EV, 24 months lease, just $295 a month.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC, Pirates basketball and baseball, and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.
Back here at Kinnett Stadium, start of the second half, and Washington leads Hardaway 20-19. Hardaway's going to get the football back to start this second half. And a big kickoff return by Benton. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. And he gives up the football. Unbelievable play. He coughs up the football. A huge turnover and recovered by Washington. Unbelievable. The sequence of events we just witnessed. Washington looked like they stripped it out of his hands, and now they have great field position with a 1-point lead, and they now have the football. What a huge play by the Bulldogs, as the refs are discussing this. I always have trouble with that word. Anyway. State Line Showdown is underway on WTVM. No score. Also, Thompson Grayson on ESPN2. It's a big night for high school football on a Thursday night, on the day before the Heritage Bowl. They're declining this penalty. Not sure what the penalty. And the Bulldogs are going to get the football as Jordan Turner, who's already got a big run for a touchdown in this game. Jaquan Simmons in the backfield. Hardaway has just got to regroup and just got to try to stop him right here. All right, we're at the 50. Washington with the football. 1st and 10. And the handoff is to Simmons. Simmons bounces off a man. He has a hole, and he gets taken down for about a 5-yard gain in Hardaway territory at the 45. He'll bring it up 2nd and 5. Jency on the stop for the Hardaway Hawks. By the way, the Hardaway volleyball team took on Carver earlier today. Coach Kendall Mills and the Hardaway volleyball team were in action. Second and 5, ball at the 45. Turner in the shotgun. Trips to the near side. A little handoff is to Simmons. Bounce off a man, and he dives toward the sticks, gets about 3 yards. They'll bring up about a 3rd down and 2 on the play. Yeah, this is definitely 4-down territory for Washington. Be a 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs, who ended up getting the football after the huge turnover off the kickoff. Trips to the left side. Turner in the shotgun. It looks like movement on the line. What's the call going to be? It's going to be a false start. It's going to back Washington up 5 yards. And they'll bring up a 3rd and 8.
Richard, that's not how Hardaway wanted to start that second half.
No. It was a great kickoff return by Benton, and he coughed it up right at the 50.
3rd down and long now for Turner, who has been all the offense for Booker T. Washington. If they can bottle him up, they'd be in good position.
Question.
And he's going to keep it again. He's going to go to the outside, got a lead blocker, and not able to get anything.
No room there.
Maybe gained about a yard, so it's going to set up 4th down for Booker T. Washington. Good pursuit by the team in red.
I love that speed from the linebackers for Hardaway, moving sideline to sideline. They collapsed that edge of the field in just a hurry, and there was nothing there for Turner. He usually uses that speed and turns up the sidelines. You know, I was thinking of a cool nickname for Turner, but it was already taken by Falcon great running back, Michael the Burner Turner. Yeah,
Michael the Burner Turner.
Yeah, that nickname's already taken. I know. I loved him as a running back.
They are going to punt it unless there's a fake involved.
Yeah, just watch out for the fake.
And that one's going to be an end-over-end kick that gets a great bounce, and he's going to let it go in the end zone. Does Hill? And Hardaway will start at their own 20-yard line. Bobby Gary started 0 for 5 there in that first half. Richard started settling down, had a couple of huge plays there on third and long near the goal line. Rolls out to his right and fires in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. He had 3 of them in that first half.
Bobby Gary, he has had an incredible first half. He's got about 180 passing yards. He's been moving with his legs. He's been evading pressure.
And he's going to throw it out to Dante Hill, who gets hit immediately. And they're going to say
I think that's an incomplete.
That he did not hold on to it. So Hill makes it 2nd down and 10 because of the drop pass.
Yeah, Bobby Gary's done a good job settling down, but his receivers have still got to help him out. These drop passes are just too much to overcome, especially to get in the 2nd and long and 3rd and long. You don't want to hit it behind the 8 ball.
Gary looking, he's going to throw it deep, looking for Hill, who comes up with the play.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, what? No, they're going to say incomplete. I thought he just went up and mossed on number 15 from Booker T. Washington, but he did not come down with it. That would have been an incredible catch.
It really would be incredible.
He looked like he caught it on top of the head of one of the Bulldog defenders, so going to be 3rd down and long. I think there, Bobby Gary, he needed a little bit more air under it, and Hill could be still running for 6.
So the Washington Bulldogs are led by their head coach, Justin Rivers, as they are in the same region with Hayfield Charter, Carver, Atlanta.
And he's going to look, and
too low.
He was trying to find William Little, and I don't even think Little was looking at him, and it wasn't even close to him. And that's going to be 3 and out for the Hawks.
Tough break, but the Hardaway defense does get the stop. Now that Hardaway defense has got to come out and get another stop. It's about making adjustments in the 2nd half. And what can they do to try to bottle up just a dynamic player in Jordan Turner. Got Jaden Heath back to return this punt. He's over at the 40.
And we're going to get a timeout. We'll take one, too. Hawks need a timeout. It's 8:22 remaining here in the 3rd. 20-19 Bulldogs over the Hawks on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, the full-size GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs discounted up to a giant $15,000 off. GMC Canyons with plenty of power and excellent towing ability, up to $5,000 off. And the roomy and enjoyable compact SUV, the popular GMC Terrains, up to $6,750 off.
Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way to Glenn Smith in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle.
4th down is going to be a punt that's high, but gets a Booker T. Washington bounce. And they're going to start at the Hardaway 35.
Got a really friendly bounce for Booker T. Washington. Some scores around the state of Georgia. Cedartown leading Berkmar 13-0. North Forsyth leading Creekview 14-6. Pepperell is leading Adairsville 14-7.
So Booker T. Washington and Turner are going to start at the Hardaway Hawks 35-yard line. Turner's been all the offense for the Bulldogs. And I don't think he's made many passes.
No, not at all.
It's been his legs. And he can make a 5-yard gain to a 50-yard gain quickly. And you're seeing right there why he's so electric, but takes multiple guys, including big number 50, Devarius Jesse. 2nd down and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's a hard guy to bring down.
Game brings up 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs at the Hawks 34.
In the spread, nobody in the backfield for Turner. Coach gives the signal. Turner takes the direct snap and is going to take off running. Turner is going to be tackled immediately. Traven Bennett hits him for a small gain, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Can the Hawks get a stop here?
Hardaway's been doing a great job knowing that Turner's going to run with the football, and they're getting to him quick. In the backfield and minimal gain, and now it's a big 3rd down coming up for the Hardaway defense.
Turner rolls to his right, firing wide open, and that is going to be a touchdown for Booker T. Washington. Turner showing why he's also a great quarterback. The number 1 for the Bulldogs rolls and fires in a wide open secondary for number 4. They cross the goal line for 6, and the Bulldogs are about to go up by 8 if they can get this extra point.
Yeah, that was a great play by Jordan Turner, showing that he also has an arm. As Hardaway thought that he was going to run, but he had time in the pocket and got the throw off for the touchdown.
And that one's blocked.
Blocked,
and it cannot be returned.
Oh, I thought, see, I thought in high school rules it could. And I know Hardaway thought so too.
But Turner and Gary
putting on a show
Putting
tonight,
on a show.
They really are.
Are they going to get offside? They're going to have a penalty on Hardaway. Yeah, so they got a penalty on Hardaway. I think that he tried to jump over the center, and you can't do that.
They're going to make him re-kick it.
And now he's going to re-kick it closer. So half the distance to the goal to put the Bulldogs up by 8.
Score update in the State Line Showdown. 5:17 left to go. It is 6-0 Smith Station. Is Jonathan Hoppy and Ben Stansfield on the call for the State Line Showdown on WTVN? All right, well, still a 7-point game, Thrift. Hardaway's going to have to respond.
And we're going to take a break. Booker T. Washington puts a score on the board led by Turner. And we're going to come back. Hardaway needs to respond on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Get your girls out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls' Night Out.
And we're back here. Booker T. Washington goes 35 yards because of the short punt and extends their lead to 7. But the Bulldogs want a timeout right after getting a timeout.
Yeah, Washington will face South Atlanta next week. Hardaway is going to face Greenville before they get ready for Shaw on a Thursday night on September the 12th.
I want to say thank you to Citywide Athletic Director Jeff Battles for believing in what we do and us being the home of Muscogee County Athletics on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Thank you to our sponsors, including Pepsi. I need a nice cold Pepsi when I'm going to these tailgates. I'm eating pizza. And then when I'm going to tailgates or going to games and I'm traveling, I need a good car or truck. And if I want a great car buying experience, a truck buying experience, I'm going no further than Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika. Also, thank you for all your insurance needs. Terry Johnson, Home, Auto, Life, and Church. Give him a call. Been serving the community for over 30 years. Don't be taken advantage of. Let someone take care of you, and that is Terry Johnson Agency. And also Morehouse School of Medicine. Thank you to Chandra Edwards for what they do within the community. And that one is going to be a line drive kick. It's going to go past Benton. Benton's going to have to scoop it up at the 5, make it, and it's going to bust out into the secondary, but not able to get much of anything. They're going to start right at the 10.5-yard line, so a long way to go for Bobby Gary and the Hawks, who went 3 and out on that first drive of the second half.
Yeah, if Hardaway wants to match Washington for the last score, they need to be patient with this drive. Bobby Gary just needs to come out with some quick slant patterns and try to just move the chains with his legs. And if he doesn't see anything open, I mean, he could just take off with it. I mean, but he's been very confident with the passing of the football.
Gary, hand off to Benton. And Benton gets 3, maybe 4 yards there. And I feel like if you're Hardaway, you want to take some time off. You want to wear down this Booker T. Washington defense. But you also want to give your guys a break, too.
Exactly.
Gary hands off to Benton, and Benton does a spin move and spins right into a defender and gets no gain to set up 3rd down.
Yeah, this is tough when your first 2 plays of this drive are runs, and it sets you up for a 3rd and long, and the Washington defense knows that Bobby Gary is going to have to pass. But he's proven that he can pass the football, especially on a 3rd and long. The O-line has got to protect here as well. Got to give him time to throw the football.
Gary fires. Hill not able to hold on to it. A sliding, trying to catch it, and it goes right through his hands.
I mean, that throw was right on a dime. It just slipped out of Hill's hands, and that's just unfortunate.
Hill looks like he's
still down.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's that time again, folks. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is taking their live show right up the road to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. This Saturday, August 24th, join Thrift Barringer and Richard Holdridge in the Glenn Smith showroom as they recap our triple header of football games. They'll also discuss about the volleyball games and softball games we did this week as well. You'll also find out our favorite plays and players of the week. It's just the best time of year as we get ready to head into the SEC and NFL season. So make sure you come down to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika this Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central for the Georgia Alabama Sports Show live from the Glenn Smith showroom. We look forward to seeing you, and when you're at Glenn Smith, remember, get ready to smile.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC Pirates basketball and baseball and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia-Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.
Bobby Gary, another 3 and out from the Hardaway Hawks offense, and another not great punt.
No, that was not a great punt at
More
all.
good field position for Booker T. Washington. Special teams have hurt Hardaway. Already give up a kick return for a touchdown, and back-to-back punts that net gained very minimal. And that's going to set up Booker T. Washington from the 33. Turner, misdirection. Simons gets 8 on the carry. We got a hurt Booker T. Washington player. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Four minutes and counting here on the third. As Booker T. Washington is gladly going to run the clock and try to go up by double digits. Turner tackled immediately. And that was Cameron Alexander and Josh Stewart. The two were there.
So if we got a score update, the State Line Showdown, Shaw leads Smith Station 7-6.
Third and short. Hardaway needs to get a stop here. And that's going to be a false start.
Well, that's one way to do it. This is 4-down territory. Just making it easier for the Hardaway defense.
So now Turner's going to hand it off, and they're going to hit him immediately.
Nice defensive stop by the Hardaway defense.
And that was Khalil Stanford that got the stop. Huge play from Hardaway Hawks defense.
And on 4th and 10, if I'm Washington, I just punt it away and pin Hardaway deep. It would be a different story if it was a 4th and 5, but because it's a 4th and 10, I think the call here is just to punt it away. Well, Hardaway with another defensive stop, they've got to take advantage. They've got to get something going on offense. You're down by 7. Got to find a way to tie up this ball game.
So Turner's actually the punter for the Bulldogs. And that one's going to be going to get a Bulldog bounce. And it's going to be downed at the half-yard line.
I think that was he's a pooch kick specialist, because the way that bounced, I thought it was going to go in the end zone, but it lands right at the 2. Unbelievable.
So Hardaway's going to have to go the full length of the field to tie this game. And we got a minute and a half left until the end of the quarter. It's 26-19, Booker T. Washington over Hardaway. Gary is going to get it out quickly and has a man open who gets an immediate first down.
And that's how you do it. Pitch and catch, short slant routes, move the chains. Don't have to get it all at once.
That was Cameron Alexander. Excuse me, Markel Birch that got the first down catch. Gary, quick snap, handing off to Benton. Benton's going to try to cut it up inside, and nothing going for him. And he actually lost a yard.
Yeah, the pursuit of the football by the Washington defense has been incredible. As Benton has gotten some big runs, but Washington's anticipated the whole collapsing, and then able to get him for a gain or loss on the play. Yeah, loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
Snap for Gary. Gary looking. Dante Hill cannot hold on to it. He was out of bounds. And drops have been an issue for the receivers for Hardaway.
Yeah, it would have been a first down.
3rd and 12 now for Gary and the Hawks.
Again, Hardaway is in a 3rd and long situation where Gary's going to have to pass the football. Washington knows it. They could put all the defenders in coverage.
Gary stepping up and fires over the outstretched arms of Markel Birch, who if he had hit him in stride, probably could still be running and definitely would have had enough for the first down.
Definitely.
And that's going to have to be another punting situation for the Hawks.
So I got to tell you, I'm very impressed with the way that Bobby Gary's played tonight. There are some things that they can clean up, but when you go into region play, this Hardaway Hawks team knows that those playoff spots, just the matchups with all the teams in the region, it's up for grabs. And I'm looking forward to the matchups.
Can we get another good kick? And this is actually the best punt he's had, and gets a favorable bounce.
Oh, what is
it
that?
hit his leg, and Hardaway's going to have it. Are they going to have a penalty? So I think the Hardaway players were trying to push one of the Booker T. Washington players into the football to make it live. There is a flag.
If this is against Hardaway, it's going to give Washington great field position. Let's see what the call is.
They're going to get unsportsmanlike conduct on both schools. They're going to offset, and Bulldogs are going to start with the football around midfield, which was better than I actually thought was going to come out of that on the Hardaway side. I thought Booker T. Washington was going to start within the 20.
Once again, with one more quarter to go, this is where Hardaway's defense has got to step up, give their offense a chance. Still a one-score game.
And immediately hit is Stewart.
Great play.
And actually walking up right now, perfect timing as the end of the third quarter. Hardaway down 26-19, and now we have him himself. And I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement. I've been holding it because I wanted to announce it with him on the broadcast. He is the AD and head basketball coach, and by the way, if you didn't know, head volleyball coach for the Hardaway Hawks. He also is the lead host for Office Hours that drops every other Wednesday on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. His name is Kendall Mills. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. I've been impressed what I've seen from Hardaway. Bobby Gary had 3 touchdown passes there in that first half. You know, we're really cheering for them right now, but what have you seen from him and Coach McKenzie here early on in year one? I'm already seeing major improvements.
Major improvement. The guys are learning. They're learning what they need to do, and like you said, Bobby Gary is just maturing as a quarterback, and hopefully they catch on and hold on some of these tight spirals, and we'll get some positive yards out of these plays.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Though a lot of drop balls that hit them right in the hands. I mean, that's not on Gary, but a little bit of nerves too. But again, I've been impressed from the maturation process for Bobby Gary. I just want to tell everyone that tomorrow on High School Game Day, we got a special guest picker. His name is Kendall Mills. Coach, first time on High School Game Day. You're going to be ruffling some feathers because you're going to be picking some Muskogee County games, including that Heritage Bowl. So I can't wait to see who you're going to pick, Coach.
It's going to be interesting, I can tell you that. And I'm going to find the political way to get out of saying who my picks are.
Trying to be politically correct and cheer for both teams.
Keep my colleagues as friends. Yeah.
Hey, no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Coach, volleyball.
Yeah.
We talked about this in sitting with an athletic director, but I feel like you enjoy it. I think you like it. Now, I know you want to get better, and you definitely, you know, there's room for improvement. But how do you think the season's going so far?
We had a rough patch to start. Actually, just got here.
Because you had a match.
I had a match against Carver. So I just got here a few minutes ago, and we won our first game tonight, beat Carver, and the girls are excited about it, and we're just going to try to build on that because I stacked the schedule a little bit to begin with. And,
right.
Hopefully it'll get us to where we need to be, come region play.
This guy wears many hats, and specifically the AD. And Jordan Turner, who has been electric, gets tackled immediately by Damari Taylor. Coach, you know, last year, Coach McKenzie took a couple lumps. Bobby Gary did too, go at 0-10. But to come in here in week 2, obviously you've seen the offense move. This is against a really good two-way opponent. That's pretty much who they're going to face all year this year. I feel like this is promise. And then you look at the roster, it's a lot of sophomores, a couple seniors, but sophomores and juniors. That's got to be a pleasant sight to see for your coach.
It's good to be loaded with a young group, and that way you can grow and develop. You got to get the parental support, and you get the guys to understand the system. So let's just get some wins this year to show that we can get it done and show improvement each and every day.
Coach, you know, when I made mine, I said 4-6, 5-5. So they were one of my surprise picks. His Turner's rolling. He's going to fire.
Oh, good.
And dropping the pass. A good coverage and nice job pressuring the quarterback. And that's going to be a punting situation now for the Bulldogs. So still 11 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway only down by 7.
Yeah.
And we'll see what's going to happen here. What have you seen from Bobby Gary? that it just like I'm talking about maybe at the school. Like I feel like this guy's he's walking swag, man. I feel like he's got a lot of confidence. How have you seen him grow from a freshman year, unknown with braces, to now sophomore year as a grown man making plays like we've seen today?
He's going to be a special talent. We just want to keep him under control in that main building, in the classrooms, and become a leader. Don't put too much on him right now. He's a 15-year-old young man.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'll try not to do that, Coach. But the future is bright. And he's going to actually take it and pick up what many people like to say and coaches call Peter, which is get the heck out away from the football, and able to pick it up and run. All right, we're going to take a break. Coach Mills, thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
We're cheering for these Honks to see if we can't get it done, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow on high school game day and then office hours. I know you got something special planned for next week. You, Joseph Kegler, Anson Hunley, and Danielle McCoy always have a lot of fun.
It's always going to be great. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back after this. Thank you to my good friend Kendall Mills. And taking off, busting into the secondary, and he's going to go all the way in for 6. There you go. Number 21, Jacoby Henry. Busts through the secondary, and he goes right past everyone in white and blue. And the Hardaway Hawks are an extra point away from tying this game.
That is one way to wake up in the second half. They could not get anything going on offense.
Coach Mills didn't even make it out of the press box yet. And he's super excited and elated with that one. But again, huge hole from that offensive line. And Hardaway trying, they're going to go for two to take the lead.
Gutsy call here.
And now Coach McKenzie needs a timeout. Man, it's been all Bobby Gary with his arm with the touchdowns. But what a play there for number 21, Jacoby Henry, who runs past everyone for the touchdown. We're going to take a break. Big play coming up here. Hardaway going to tie it or go for 2? We'll find out next on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs, discounted up to $13,750 off. Chevy Equinox with discounts up to $6,000 off. And listen to this, 2024 Chevy Blazer EV, as low as $295 a month. Brand new Chevy Blazer EV, 24 months lease, just $295 a month.
Get ready to smile.
So they are going to go for 2 here, Richard. How do you feel about this call?
It's a gutsy call, but, it's going to pay off if they get it.
Gary takes the snap, going to do a quarterback keeper, and he's going to get hit immediately. And it got blown up by the defensive line. But Hardaway does score, and they're within 1. 9:39 remaining. It's Thursday Night Football, part of our high school football showcase on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richie Rich and Thrift will be back after this.
It's that time again, folks. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is taking their live show right up the road to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. This Saturday, August 24th, join Thrift Barringer and Richard Holdridge in the Glenn Smith showroom as they recap our triple header of football games. They'll also discuss about the volleyball games and softball games we did this week as well. You'll also find out our favorite plays and players of the week. It's just the best time of year as we get ready to head into the SEC and NFL season. So make sure you come down to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika this Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central for the Georgia Alabama Sports Show live from the Glenn Smith showroom. We look forward to seeing you, and when you're at Glenn Smith, remember, get ready to smile.
Hardaway
Wow.
goes 50 yards on that touchdown drive. And number 21, Jacoby Henry was the guy that put in the end zone, and they're within one.
I think this is just a.
We got a lot of
timeout.
timeout.
I think this is
okay.
an official timeout.
Richard, update us on what you're expecting to see tomorrow with Glenwood Valley.
I think that Glenwood is going to hold their own. They're going to show that they do have some playmakers. Now, Valley is a public school. They're probably going to dress a lot more, because they're 5A. But Glenwood, I think they're placed perfectly in the AHSAA, being in 3A. But they are playing a 5A school tomorrow. I'm not thinking that it's going to be a blowout, but it's going to be a very close game. It could go either way because I believe in what Coach Ryan Nelson is doing, and Glenwood does not only have playmakers, but they got transfers from other schools like Smith Station and Opelika to help out because I think that Glenwood is doing a great job with this transition. Got a lot of great matchups tomorrow, not just on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, all over the Chattahoochee Valley. Brookstone's home opener against Valwood.
And that one's going to be a short one. It's going to be picked up
That's a
immediately
live ball.
to the 25.
Got to get him here.
And to the 30, still on his feet, and gets pushed out of bounds right at the 40.
I'm surprised that wasn't a
And
flag.
they're
It
gonna
is a
get
flag.
An extra late hit on Hardaway.
That is backbreaking because you could have pinned him back over at the 20. It was a big run, and they're going to tack on 15 yards more. You hate seeing that because now you're in a position where you've got to get a stop to try to get the ball back if you want to try to win this game. Now, if Washington scores a touchdown here, depending on what happens with the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Oh, man, this is what we live for. High school football that comes down to the wire. Speaking of which, next Thursday night, I do want to talk that we do have a doubleheader in Muskogee County as Lovelet is taking on Spencer at Otis Spencer, and then Kendrick is taking on Crawford County right here at Kinnett Stadium.
And we'll be there for that. You'll be on the call, Richard.
Yep.
On Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hoping that Kendrick is going to be 2-0 going into that game. The debut of Coach Emmanuel Mayo Brown.
So because of the penalty, they're going to start at the Hardaway 41. And the running back's going to take it and be tackled by Henry, still on his feet, though, and gets the first down.
Yeah, this is where Hardaway is got to keep him out of the end zone. Washington's just going to try to eat up clock. Right now, Washington is just playing with a lot of confidence. They know that they can eat up this clock. There's something wrong with the clock. It was 9 minutes to go, and then the clock just started flashing.
Snap.
Got to get him here.
Back. And going to be a loss of 2.
Good penetration by the D-line, blowing it up in the backfield.
We have not had a close game. I guess you can say last week, Manchester and Harris County were both a close game, and Calvary-Terrell. Shaw Northside wasn't. That was pretty much out of reach by the second half. Didn't have a lot of games that were close last year either. I mean,
you had some that went down to the wire, like Chambers Academy and Glenwood.
I was going to say at the end of the season, you know, had Russell County, Harris County, game-winning kick.
Yep, beginning of the season.
It's always a pleasant surprise when we got a good one here.
Yeah, exactly.
Jordan Turner takes off and butts it up the middle, and now is hit hard. And number 16 was for Hardaway, Jamari Spellers, but does move the chain to Turner, and Spellers doesn't hit him there, Richard. He's walking into the end zone.
Yeah, that's going to be a touchdown. Hardaway's just fighting. They've got to keep him out of the end zone. The clock is ticking away. We're 7.5 minutes.
First and 10. And Turner is going to keep for about 2, and now we got extracurricular activities.
He hates seeing that. Away from the football, too.
And Jacoby Henry, who just scored a touchdown, was the one tussling, but great job by the referees to get him off the field, don't throw a flag, calm him down. That's great officiating.
Yeah.
Great officiating of the guys in pinstripes. Calming everybody down. In the heat of the moment, competitiveness, stuff like that's going to happen. And another handoff is going to get no gain. 3rd and long.
You know, Thrift, I haven't seen a lot of passes in the second half. Just the touchdown pass by Turner.
But Turner hasn't thrown the football a lot in general.
Exactly.
It's been all run.
All on the ground with the exception of that touchdown pass. Yep, we do have an official timeout.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC, Pirates basketball and baseball, and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia, Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.
Third down, 9 from their Hardaway 20. Turner is going to throw it up, and it's going to be intercepted.
Oh, wow. What a pick.
Jamari Spellers read that beautifully, cut in front of the defender, and Turner with not a great throw. Was short on it, but that was just excellent defense from Spellers, going up and getting it. So now Hardaway's going to get it.
5:46 left to go.
And they're going to have to go 96 yards.
The drive of all drives could be right here for Bobby Gary.
Can the
he
freshman
stamp his legacy right here on this drive?
Can the sophomore put on the cape? We're going to find out here.
I believe so. Hey, a big shout out all the Muskogee County schools on the road tomorrow. Columbus is taking on Greenville. Kendrick taking on Best Academy. How about the Jordan Red Jackets? Their opener taking on Bremen. Northside's on a bye. Of course, you got the Heritage Bowl.
In the Heritage Bowl, and Benton takes the snap.
Here's a matchup I'm really looking forward to. Central's taking on Pinson Valley. Coach Patrick Nix's former team.
Dante Hill's out there, the receiver, along with Khalil Stanford.
Yeah, from
Little.
this point on, it's going to be 4-down territory.
And Adrian Taylor are the 4 receivers, with Benton in the backfield with Bobby Gary. 2nd down and 10.
Quick slants right here.
Gary, and look at that, quick, wide open.
Yeah, got to get out of bounds.
That's going to be a 1st down. And no, there's plenty of time,
Yeah.
and you still have a timeout.
Clock's running.
They are going to stop the clock and move the chains. But, man, you're talking about he was 10 yards off of Khalil Stanford, who just went 10, stopped, turned around, and saw the football coming his way, able to get the 1st down.
You mentioned there's plenty of time, Thrift, but is this Hardaway's final drive? If they don't get it, do you punt the football away knowing that you have timeout so you could try to stop Washington one more time? Well, we'll find out.
Gary, and off to Benton. Benton bakes it to the outside, busts it back inside, and gets 9 yards on 1st down. Moving the chains methodically is Hardaway right now. Getting that feeling. This could be the start of something special for the Hawks.
I can't wait. And guess who's going to be here for the majority of the season? Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Gary, with the bright green shoes on, he's going to keep it and probably should have got rid of it, and the ball's on the ground. But luckily,
I think Hardaway's got it. They do.
Markel Benton was able to jump on it and notice that he dropped the football. Gary should have let him have it, and that backs him up from what was 2nd and 1 to 3rd and 8.
It's the biggest play of the game right here.
Gary looking, plenty of time, firing, caught by Dante Hill,
yes.
and he drops it. Hill.
Wow.
So many times he has been open and not able to hold on to the football. What a pass from Gary. And if you're Hill there, you ran a great route and just not able to hold on to it. That would have been a huge gain. So now 4th and 8 with 3:13 remaining. If they don't get it, there's still time, but they don't have any timeouts, Richard, to stop the clock. They got 1 left. Little and Birch to the near side, and now they're going to get an offsides. They've done that several times.
A little bit easier.
So we'll be 4th and 2 now.
You know, there's some traditions I love when I come to Kinnett Stadium. And one, to our right, that grassy hill, the kids just rolling down for miles and miles. It's just a great tradition at Kinnett Stadium.
4th and 3 at the 22.
Snap, Gary, and they're going to get pass interference. And there's no flag.
What? That clearly was pass interference.
No flag. And he looked like he was tackled.
He did.
Did he trip over his own feet? We're going to have to go back and look. Wow.
He may have. Otherwise, that would have been a blatant pass interference. And the refs swallowed the whistle because maybe he did trip over his own feet.
Incomplete pass results in a turnover on downs.
With 3:08 left to go, you're down by 1. Do you let Washington score a touchdown here?
Yeah, I'm looking at right now, going back. I don't know how that wasn't thrown.
No, yeah.
Other than the referee wasn't paying attention and he just missed it completely, which there's enough guys out there where you got to make that call. I cannot believe that.
Yeah. Cannot believe that they missed that call.
Yeah, he was tackled. That's an obvious pass interference. About as blatant as it's going to get. Reminds me of that New Orleans Saints 2018 Rams Conference Championship, as Jordan Turner is going to bust in the secondary, and he's going to be stopped right before first down.
I
Wow.
would actually let him score here.
Yeah?
Because it gives you time.
Because even if they kick the extra point, you're
It's
only
still
down 8.
You're still
right.
only down by 8. You could go for the touchdown and go for 2.
I cannot believe that wasn't called.
Unbelievable.
Gain of 9 yards brings up 2nd and 1.
Other than they thought it wasn't catchable, which if he's being thrown on the ground, I don't know how you can make that judgment.
You can't.
Second down and short. Turner takes the snap, rolling, and is going to get the first down before he's tackled inside the 10. So it'll be 1st and goal. Clock will stop at 2:05. Hardaway does have 1 timeout. If you're just joining us, Hardaway got the ball back, down by 1, got a couple first downs, and on 4th down, a questionable no call and a pass interference that was not thrown. As it looked like the wide receiver from Hardaway was tackled. And now Hardaway's trying to get a stop. Clock is running, 1:48 and counting. 1st and goal for Turner and the Bulldogs, and they want to bring the play clock as low as they can. They get it to 10, and then stopped is Simons. He falls down. Clock will continue to run, and now Hardaway gets a timeout on 2nd down.
Now, if you're Washington, if Hardaway lets you score a touchdown, do you fall at the 1? Because once Hardaway burns all their timeouts, you could just take a knee. And Thrift, I got to do it, but I hate bringing up the Todd Gurley play against the Lions.
So I just seen that they're saying the ball was tipped at the line.
That's why we have people that comment on Facebook, because they're
So thank you to our guy and a big-time supporter of ours, Bringo Baldwin.
Yeah, we appreciate
That's my guy. He's saying the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
So no pass interference.
So no pass interference.
Unbelievable.
So 2nd down from the 6. With 1:35, Hardaway now has no more timeouts.
Yeah, a couple kneel downs here by Washington, and this game will be done. I don't see Washington trying to get a playoff. You're risking a fumble. If you do get in the end zone, you're giving Hardaway the ball back. I think these are a couple
but
of kneel
I'm
downs.
with you. If you're Hardaway with no more timeouts, are you letting them score here?
I would.
Because you still – oh, and they're going to kneel.
They're going to kneel. That's smart.
And they think they can run the clock out.
Yeah, let's see.
It's 40 seconds, and they ain't even started the play clock.
They need to start that play clock. Yeah, there's a difference between – there's 43 seconds difference between the play clock and the game
so
clock.
if they kneel it one more time,
Yeah, it's 3rd and
Hardaway's
9.
probably going to get it with 3 seconds. So you're right, 43 seconds, and then they take another kneel, and then you got to reset the play clock at 40 again. This is probably going to be it. Hardaway is going to come up short, it looks like, by 1.
Tough loss. It's really a game they could have won. And they had a tough loss last week, too.
Yeah.
But I do believe everything's in front of Hardaway. I think they're going to be competitive in this region. I'm looking forward to the matchups with Columbus, Kendrick, Jordan, Shaw, Carver. You know, they get to play Spencer. I mean, how exciting is this region with all the schools playing each other?
Hardaway played a great game. Bobby Gary was the, and we'll throw up the graphic here in just a little bit, the player of the game.
Yeah. And they're hearing it from the crowd. This was a great effort by the Hardaway Hawks. The Hardaway fans came out here to support them, and
if you're leaving this game with your head held high.
Exactly. They played a great game.
And they went for 2, which I thought was a good call for Coach McKenzie. They went for 2, weren't able to get it, because if they get that, obviously you would think the Bulldogs would have either tried to score right there, but then again, Hardaway got the ball back. But the Hawks are going to come up short, and the good hands, Alex Quinney, All-State Agency Player of the Game, is Bobby Gary. So we want to say great job by Bobby Gary. 3 touchdown passes. He did a great job leading his team all game long. So thank you again to All-State Agency, and thank you to Alex Quinney. The Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game is Bobby Gary. Hawks played a good one. We had a great game, had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, we did.
But they come up just short. They lose by 1, 26-25. Tomorrow, we got high school game day live from the Heritage Bowl. Me, DJ Jones, Richard Holdridge will be there for that. And, of course, we got a triple header. We got the Heritage Bowl starting at 7 with me and DJ Jones. 7:30 is Harris County, Troup County with Rick Beach, and 8 o'clock is Glenwood Valley with Richard Holdridge and Mike Peacock. Richard, any final thoughts?
This was a great game. Hardaway is going to get some confidence going into Greenville next week, and I'm excited about the season for the Hardaway Hawks. I think that the future is very bright for them.
I completely agree, and I was impressed from what I saw here tonight. Great game from both teams. Hardaway comes up just short. We're going to sign off. We'll see you tomorrow here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's that time again, folks. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is taking their live show right up the road to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. This Saturday, August 24th, join Thrift Barringer and Richard Holdridge in the Glenn Smith showroom as they recap our triple header of football games. They'll also discuss about the volleyball games and softball games we did this week as well. You'll also find out our favorite plays and players of the week. It's just the best time of year as we get ready to head into the SEC and NFL season. So make sure you come down to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika this Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central for the Georgia Alabama Sports Show live from the Glenn Smith showroom. We look forward to seeing you, and when you're at Glenn Smith, remember, get ready to smile.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC Pirates basketball and baseball and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.